Clinic Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the after the show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Here we go. Another round of the KVJ after the show podcast. Welcome to it. Towards the tail end of the regular show, we were talking about today being National Pizza Day. And people throwing out recommendations. I'm sure we'll hit it up on our Facebook page today and social media. I know it's already up on our Twitter. We'll get your recommendations, see who gets the most votes. We'll make a KVJ poll out of it and run it through the weekend and see what your favorite places of pizza are. I can't believe I looked on our website, did a search for it. I couldn't find any pizza poll we've done other than the one you posted up with your top 5, which you said you changed.
I have changed, and I'm living in a really good time right now. I'm very fortunate because when I lived in West Palm, no offense, West Palm, but y'all got some shitty-ass pizza. I'm looking for that WAP. You guys had that SAP, shitty-ass pizza. Palm Beach Gardens got that wet-ass pizza I like, and there's 4 or 5 places I'm really digging on up in Palm Beach Gardens, Northern County area.
Wow, look at you. You're a migrating man.
Yeah.
Somebody had texted in about or mentioned Buongiorno in Palm Beach Gardens.
That's another one I'm liking. Yes, that's right down the street from me.
Okay.
I could walk to that pizza place.
Okay.
Buongiorno.
I'd be tired and I'd be pissed that I walked, but I could walk there.
Okay.
But you have a car.
I know. I'm just trying to give a shorthand to the people so they can find out where I live.
So you understand just how close.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they can map it to your house.
Everyone knows where I live. It's all good. I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
It's all good. Just don't murder me, and we're cool.
We need to get you a security guard.
Nah. Fuck it. If it's my time, it's my time.
They haven't gotten them yet, Virginia.
Oh, it's coming.
They haven't gotten them yet.
They've tried.
Yeah, the post is already up for National Pizza Day. Favorite place, you can let us know. Seeing a whole bunch of different spots people put on there.
It really excites me. I put a post up probably 3 weeks, Kev, asking the good people where to go for pizza. So that might be the list you're thinking of. We had a shit ton of suggestions.
Everybody's very passionate about it.
Yes, they are.
They are.
I was talking with our friend Rob yesterday from Cooling Advisors.
Love that guy.
And he went to the pizza place you suggested that he go to. Is it the one?
It's probably. I told him to go to a couple. I told him to go to. Oh fuck! Don't blank on the name here. There's the Buongiornos Kevin's talking about.
Buongiornos.
There's the Palm Beach Gardens Pizza next to Publix and Promenade. That's probably my favorite right now.
By the Crazy Horse?
No, that's the wrong Publix. That's
Different
not,
Publix?
Yeah, you're fucking everything up by talking.
I don't know.
Talking's not helping.
That one's not called Promenade. Oh, is Promenade by Swampgrass?
It is, yes.
Okay.
It's right there. That's exactly, They have got really good pizza.
We only know plazas by the bars in them.
That's the pizza place.
That's a sign.
That's the pizza place. I went in there and the owner goes, I'm pretty sure he's Italian because I'm pretty sure it's an Italian accent. He goes, I hear you on the air. You like to drink. And then he makes me do vodka. Well, he didn't make me, but he ends up doing vodka.
This guy sounds awesome.
Yeah,
You walked in, he's a fan, and he has free vodka.
that's how you do it.
I mean, friend for life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we've got tons of different recommendations. You can go to our Facebook page, and we'll kind of go through those and see which ones are getting the most recommendations. So even if you see your place, go ahead and put it up there because we're going to count and say, okay, these are the ones that got the most nominations, and then we'll put them up.
I got to stop reading the chat because someone will say, oh, I just had 4 brothers, and I love them, and I love 4 brothers. So hey, I love 4 brothers, too. I get all dorky.
Somebody texted about 2 brothers.
Someone said 2. There's a 2 brothers.
2 brothers in Hope Sound.
There's a 4 brothers by my dentist, and I love them.
Wow.
I saw a sub shop yesterday called Two Fat Guys.
That's a great name.
That is a good name.
I've heard of them. Yeah, it's a great name.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the food's good, right? Why else say fat?
I mean, I love it when you have just a fat, honest cook that's like, look, I love to eat. You're going to like what I'm making because it's good.
Oh, somebody will, and I'm sure they've already experienced, somebody's bitched about the name fat. If I've got emails about not using, me being a former fatty, they've gotten some backlash. They probably don't give a fuck either.
Yeah.
One of the words they want us to get rid of.
Fat. You can't say fat anymore, Kevin, unless you're doing a PhD.
I've heard the arguments on that where some people are saying they want to just reshape the concept of fat. Don't make it a negative. Don't get rid of the word. Just don't use it to down yourself.
Snowflakes.
People are a bunch of pussies, Kevin.
It's tough. Isn't it? It's tough. Yeah, we were talking a little bit about restaurants earlier. It was a makeup or breakup email we got. This girl met a dude on Tinder. He's like, hey, it's a great restaurant. Show up. She does. She looks over, and he's eating already. And she's like, why the heck would he? And she wasn't late. She's like, why the heck would he already order and have food? And so she sits down, and then the waitress comes up and clears the food that was there. And she's like, was he just eating the person before's food?
That's weird.
What the heck was that? But people were saying most places you have reservations and sit down. So some people were thinking that he had a reservation because the restaurant she had said was busy, and he had a date before the date left. So he was eating his own food from his own plate, but with another date. And she showed up. So that was one thing.
I mean, he ate 2 dinners. That's kind of weird.
There are some places, though, where you will sit, and it is like a first come, first serve. I know if you go to BJ's and you want to sit in their bar to get their happy hour deals, they don't do seating up there. Yeah, BJ's Brew House is you got to go, and it's so because my wife and I, we've gone there, and we have to stand at the bar, find a spot there until a table opens up. So that will happen.
You like their food?
Yeah, I do. I think the food is great.
Yeah, they do have
love
good
it.
food.
They got a good happy hour deals too. So yeah, we were there a good bit.
I mean, for the people who have minds like me in Virginia, how do you not? Wow.
But you remember it, don't you?
You do.
Yeah. I mean, go for it.
They're right.
Yeah. So Virginia's talking about getting COVID, from eating off somebody else's plate. And somebody did text in and said, Virginia, you cannot contract COVID by contact ingestion. I'm a frontline medical worker.
Pissing off the medical community again. Traveling nurses, medical people. What the fuck, Sinicki?
But Shani did send in a message and said, Virginia is right. You can get Hep B from eating off plates. I used to be in the restaurant industry. So maybe you can't get COVID doing that, but you can't get the Hep.
You can get, if you really think about the things you can get when you go out in public. I mean, when I was at that one, I told you guys about that restaurant. I was looking out at all of the glasses, and the way the sun was hitting, I could see every imperfection of the glasses. That they didn't clean them very good. They were all dirty. You could tell they didn't go through the dishwasher.
Yeah. Well, even if you put dishes through the dishwasher, sometimes the dishwasher can't clean things like lipstick,
of course,
or grease prints, and they need to be separately cleaned with a cloth.
If Lip Sore Sally is all up on that glass and then someone doesn't wash it, I don't know what's the, is there a time limit where something stays on a surface where it's not contagious anymore?
If you can't catch COVID from things, then how come we're cleaning every surface?
Dog, you think I want to fucking have this topic conversation?
Yeah, I know, huh? There she goes. Open up that long door.
Argue about COVID. Oh, yay.
It's so boring.
Gosh.
Good times, good times.
Let's talk about the new mask mandate. No, I'm just
yeah. Let's do it. We got an email here from Greg. He said this past Sunday, a few friends and I went to this place in Fort Pierce. We heard they had great food, and I sat on a burger. My friends got breakfast. My burger came out overcooked twice. I asked management to take it off my bill, and they did so. I then left them a review and told people how I felt. Management at the location then proceeded to get on there and tell everybody I left a tiny tip for a party of 4, for which was wrong. I brought my 7-year-old, and she had a kid's meal, for which I paid for, and I even tipped from the price of my meal because I know it wasn't the wait staff's fault. My 2 friends had separate checks. I don't know what they tipped, but we go out to eat a bunch, and they always tip. So who's in the wrong? The restaurant?
Look, the restaurant was embarrassed. You called them out.
Yeah.
They're going to do what they're going to do to protect, whether they're lying or not. And there's multiple people at your party, so to them, they look at it as okay,
a table of 4.
Exactly.
And you
Yeah.
don't know what your friends tipped, so they
Exactly.
may have been cheap.
Right. That is the tough thing.
You're in a group at a table, you're part of that table. That's just the way it
That's
is.
why
It's
you
a
got to watch
mess.
where you sit your ass down.
You're right.
Because the second you're sitting there, you're immediately like attached to that party.
I have a quick question to go back to your last topic.
Yeah.
If you had to eat something off someone's plate that was a leftover that you didn't know, there are certain leftovers that are better and not as gross. If you're eating someone's spaghetti, that's gnarly. But
Yeah.
a chicken tender, if you had
It's
to.
easy, especially if there's not a bite out of it. You're
Yes.
right. An individual thing like that, if it wouldn't be a kind of meal where there'd be a lot of slurping going on.
Half a sandwich that hasn't been touched. Again, I'm not condoning it. I think it's gross. But there are certain foods that are better than others. A fettuccine.
And can you get COVID from it?
Fuck. Well, Kevin, here's the thing.
Apparently, according to the frontline nurse, you cannot.
I just like to
you're
get
good.
Kevin inundated with fight emails.
Say something controversial like, only bad guys wear masks.
That guy's a mess.
Me and Virginia got into an Uber car.
We did.
And the guy, 'cause
We were like, hey, do you want us to wear a mask? We will if you'd like us to, but, we're both back here drinking beers, so it's easier to not.
when I do an Uber or a Lyft, the first thing that comes up is, you must check this box right now, you masked fuck. If not, you're not getting a mic. You have to go through you have to hit a thing.
And every driver is set different. Some don't give a shit if you wear a mask or not.
This guy did not.
This guy did not.
We walk in there. Hey, sir, we need to wear a mask. Only bad guys wear masks. Okay.
He's like,
they said,
I'm not wearing one. They can't make me. I was like, okay.
Look, I
I
think
like your rebel style.
I think we know where you're set.
We just don't want to wear one because we want to drink.
But I've heard people drop that line of only bad guys wear masks for the whole mask.
Pretty strong and awesome.
What about Batman?
Oh, yeah. Don't believe me. I want nothing to do with the debate.
We talk about places to go out or who to go out with. Would it be Tom Hanks or Tom Brady? And Kate made an argument for Tom Hanks. He's funny. He always pops into people's photos. I think he would be a blast. Google the photos with drunk people and weddings. I know he always likes to crash a wedding and get in there for the photos. In fact, there's a whole gallery she'd sent if you're watching us on YouTube on KVJ TV. Those are some of them. I remember that one where there's a dude that's passed out, his head's down on the table. Can you imagine that? He's passed out and asleep at the table, and his buddies are like, hey, dude, Tom Hanks was around. And look, you can see they're drawing on his face.
Oh, boy.
Can you imagine you going, Tom Hanks was not here. And then they start showing him photos, and there he is with Tom Hanks. That's pretty funny. It's pretty amazing.
If you go out for lunch in the Keys, there's always somebody asleep at the table. I saw that when I was there recently.
Yeah, it was you.
No, I was fired up at lunch. I'm asleep by 6.
Okay.
The last time you were in the Keys, you were out pretty fucking quick.
6 p.m.
Light was still out. It was very, very light.
You went early, huh?
Oh, I did.
Okay.
I got into the shots. I was just mixing and matching
God.
my clear liquors.
God got involved. He's like, "Yep, we gotta put the gremlin down." Yeah. Something.
He trank darted you from heaven?
Something. I don't know. You're right. Maybe it wasn't God. It might have been the devil. It might have come from hell. I don't know. But something of a greater power helped out with that one.
It was so abrupt that I came out of my shoes because the next day when I woke up, all hungover, I had to go back to the scene of the wedding and find my shoes.
Whatever. I woke up the next morning. She had the balls to fucking have French music playing. Hey, what's going on? Hey, in a good mood.
Oh, French music.
Yeah.
That's how she's getting down in the Keys, huh?
She loves to pregame to some French music, I've noticed.
I do. I like the oldies. I like the The old standards.
I get down on the old standard. That whole Dream,
Billie
Scapes,
Holiday.
that channel I told you guys about with all that old timey shit. I am obsessed with it. I love
Some
it.
Count Basie shit. You'd love it. It actually is a great day to start. It's a great way to start your day drinking at like about 10.
20s, 30s, and 40s music. I'm loving it.
Right?
I'm really into it.
I know.
Kevin would hate it.
Don't discount
Yeah.
it till you try it.
Okay. I like some of the standards every now and then.
Yeah, see right there. It's
Every
like,
now and then,
It's like when
but-
Virginia goes, I like pizza.
Yeah.
You know my heart's not in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see here. Denise said if you rewatch that video, Jason got really excited during the segment where Virginia was licking the cream from his fingers. I think he enjoyed it.
Well, I was putting it on for the audience. I'm a showman. I'm a song and dance man over here.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, believe me. To be quite honest, I wasn't turned on at all.
Yeah.
Lies. I know you were hard.
You're right. Raging boner, Kev. Oh my gosh. The bone piece from the east. It was amazing.
Bursting right through your shorts, huh?
Oh yeah.
He always does have a hole in his pants. Is that why?
Do I don't have one. These are I got my good.
You had one in your pizza onesie.
The pizza one. I gotta get a new pizza onesie. I'm gonna change up my world record look.
That hole looks like a vagina. Anybody who sees it and doesn't agree, fight me. It looks like a vagina.
No one wants to fight your crazy ass. You fucking psychotic fuck. Sorry, Kevin.
Xavier had said here, I just heard the January 20th show where Virginia messed up Panda's Christmas gifts. This is not the first time she has messed up, mainly because she's shopping like Panda is herself. Reminds me of the Christmas that she bought him Ugg boots. That was another horrible gift. Poor Panda.
Yeah, I think Panda has wore those boots. I mean, Kevin Ralston has wore those boots more than Panda.
Oh, I remember those things. Yeah,
They're not like Ugg boots, asshole, writing in. They're men's. They're fucking like combat boots, and they happen to be lined on the inside with the same thing as the women's boot. But I didn't put him in a trendy women's boot. Dick.
I love when Virginia gets mad.
Oh, he's making it sound like I gave him some kind of girly boot.
My favorite is I can always tell when Virginia's drinking. I'll go on Twitter or Facebook or something, and she'll start calling our listeners dicks.
They love it.
yeah, those boots are great.
I think some of them do.
Some of them do love it, especially the dudes.
Yeah.
Those boots are fantastic. I would tell any dude, go look at the men's line of Uggs. They're a little pricey, but man, they're waterproof and
Yeah.
they're so soft on the inside.
Is there a pair that would go well with a suit / also a gi?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, those I would borrow those boots when we would go to football games up north in like November, and it would be cold, freezing rain or snow. And I remember we were tailgating at a Michigan game, and it was just muddy swamp and cold and ugh. And yeah, those boots saved my life.
When you put the boots on, did you feel like a badass? When you're walking around going, I got these Ugg boots, all right.
No, but I felt warm.
Okay.
At that point on, I'm one of those people. I will easily sacrifice warmth over appearance.
Well, to me, Ugg boots seem like they're very classy. I don't know about.
They didn't look like chick boots or anything. They looked like regular dude boots.
They were
just-
dude boots,
Yeah.
but they are super expensive. They're Australian. They're made with sheep shearling, so it's like on the inside, it's real soft. It's like you're petting a sheep's ass.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're PETA friendly.
They are not PETA friendly.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Okay.
Yeah, I highly recommend Ugg boots for dudes and chicks. I know they're not trendy anymore. They used to be trendy, but F trendy. When your feet get wet and you're cold, there is nothing worse on this earth. And I do Mardi Gras in the cold, in the rain. My feet have got to be warm and dry.
Do I have consent to ask you kind of a personal question, but it's not over the top.
Yeah.
What would you rather have, cold feet or a cold snatch?
Oh my gosh.
We're talking tundra. It's you're out there with no shoes on. You're out there with no.
What?
I'm barefoot or I'm bare-beaved.
Yes.
Well, if I'm at Mardi Gras, I'm going to get more beads bare-beaved.
Oh, you would clean up.
But, I mean, I couldn't do it. I'd have to be barefoot.
But the vagina does get cold. It can.
Not mine. Mine stays hot. I wish I could put your hand down there, but that'd be rude. Like, when I'm cold,
Yeah.
I put my hands in my crotch to warm them up.
Okay.
I'm doing it right now. Hot hands.
Is that typical that women have a really hot vagina? Because
yes, I think it is.
The queen will talk about that. Sometimes she's like, "Oh my gosh, my vagina's on fire." I'm like,
Really?
What,
Yes.
you got like a venereal disease? She's like, "No, temperature wise." She's like, it's really hot. And then the queen was watching The Bachelor from Monday night.
And her vagina got hotter?
No. You would think, yeah, that would be where I'm going with this. But apparently one of the contestants, and this is the dude that's handing out the roses, and she's like, oh my gosh, this girl's just talking about how she had a sweaty vagina, and then he just gave her a rose.
Is it, okay, now here's my question. Is the sweat internal or is it external?
External.
Yeah.
If it's internal, you really
Yeah.
wouldn't know.
You would just think you're getting wet.
Right. And that'd be weird.
Can we ask
Can't
the chat
decipher.
room that? Is that too offensive of a question?
What's that?
Chat room, does your vagina get hot?
Does your vagina stay hot? Because I think it's a great place to warm your hands if you're cold. I know a lot of girls that do this.
I mean, I gotta know, Kev. How many people in the chat room use their vagina to warm their hands?
I think a lot of people are saying that they do it. And
Yeah.
the genitals are supposed to be warmer in general. So a lot of people, and I honestly, I'm right there with you. There are times when I'm really cold, I will take my hand and kind of cut my balls with it and put my legs together, and it's a great, quick way to warm up your hands.
My crotch it's not cold and it's not hot. I guess I'd be the middle bear. It is warm. If it's just Goldilocks.
Your mama bear?
Yeah, I think I'm mama bear when it comes to my
Yeah,
crotch.
so I think there's something to that. Now, I've never taken my temperature on my face and then my balls, or I don't know if they've actually done that. How many, is it degrees warmer?
I'd imagine
that
your balls are hotter than your dick.
But we won't know until we give them a old temperature.
Yeah, I'm just curious if they've ever done a core temperature breakdown. Like, what are your private parts compared to the rest of your body? Are you under your arms? Those have to be warm, I would think, as well. I would assume by a matter of degrees.
I could bring a thermometer in here and we could all measure our extremities, our head, and our cooches and dicks and balls and compare. Let's do a science experiment.
I think it's a great idea, first of all. I also want to take the time to say thank you to all the women in the chat room who are so brave telling their stories of how hot or cold their vagina gets.
Dan, there's some cold vag.
Well, I'm not seeing a lot of cold. You know, you got Jamie saying it stays warm when I first get into bed. It's cold when I put my hands between my legs. Huh. Let's unpack that first.
My hands are always colder than my vagina.
Okay.
You got people in support. You got a KJ saying "Amen, princess." I think there's a lot of support in the chat room, and I love seeing it.
Vagina support.
This is a great bit, Kevin.
Okay. Yeah, they say that there are that different parts of the body can have different temperatures. Yeah, and kind of are able to break it down. Of course, the articles I'm finding, it's all done in Celsius. Thanks. Yeah, but I guess that you can. You can have mouth, anus, armpit, or ear. They depending upon which one you use. I guess that's just if you're taking your overall temperature, not the one's warmer. So yeah, I would think if you use that, then it couldn't be the case. Because if you'd say, yeah, I'm okay taking your temperature underneath your arm or in your coot, then that would be hotter. And so you'd think you have a fever when the rest of your body's not that hot. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe your coot just has a fever and the rest of you doesn't.
Do you find the word cooch or coochie hot? I don't know.
It's not the worst. It's not the best. It's in the middle.
Like a panda. Hey, babe, let me get down on that coochie. That's not hot.
It's not the worst thing you could say.
You're right. It's not the worst either. You're right. You're right.
Like if he came in the room and he goes, "Hey, babe, let me get down on that fat, stinky clam." That'd be worse.
Gosh, my God. Kevin, you have lost control of your show.
I never had control of my show.
I was just making a comparison.
Wow. Okay.
By the way, side note, chat room's got some really good comments today.
Okay.
It's a good read.
Bringing it.
Yeah, they say that generally oral, rectal, gut, and core body temperatures will vary. They say temperature in the anus is typically 99.5 degrees, temperature in the mouth, 98.2, under the arm, 97.7. Now, I don't see a temperature for in the vagina.
That's just probably not condoned by the medical community.
Yeah, well, that's the one we're going to have to find out because that one's not stated.
Well, I bet you it's just a little bit warmer than the butthole.
I don't know, dog. You think?
I think. I'm just telling you from personal experience.
You think your BH is colder than your vagina?
I do.
Wow, that is the statement. That's the real story of the dirt of the day.
I got a hot pussy.
You do, huh?
Kevin stopped what he was reading. What?
Kevin, oh, you do, dude. All right. Okay.
This is weird.
Do you think RMF ever regrets signing us?
Yes.
Daily.
Depending on which manager you talk to on any given week, it rotates.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I don't know, but there might be some too, because a lot of people were saying that it does feel hotter.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a great place to warm your hands.
Yeah, I love it. I've learned a lot. I might have misquoted some people from the chat room. I got excited.
The one thing that was rather interesting today on the show, too, was we were talking about different things and ways that you instigate sex with your partner. And the one person who said, I just start naming off my intimate private parts in Spanish. And he's like, okay, here we go. And the interesting comment that had come in, somebody said, yeah, a lot of times in Spanish, they will, use food like chorizo in many places, probably Mexico, is how they'd say, yeah, you won't get it on this chorizo. If you're talking about your dick, you'd say chorizo.
Just like some guys would say the sausage, yeah.
Yeah. So I thought that was rather interesting. And
How do you say pie?
Oh, yeah, pie.
In Espanol.
Like pie, like you're talking about hair pie?
Well, you can.
He is, in fact, talking about hair pie, sir.
Okay.
What she said.
Maybe like
Pelo.
tartapelo.
Ooh, tartapelo.
Tartapelo.
Roll that R again.
I don't know that it, like I said, unfortunately my app is not giving me the filthiest parts of Spanish.
That's
so
the only app we want.
I'm a little off on that, but I'm taking the literal translation if you're talking pie and hair, tartapelo.
Tartapelo.
Tarta.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to say, okay, so people are helping us out, thank you. I got a hot pussy. Tengo una chocha caliente.
Chocha. That
Chocha.
is vagina.
Tengo una chocha caliente.
How do you say I got a raging bone piece?
Raging bone piece.
I know that's kind of it's kind of slang.
It's very American of you.
It's very American. Or you can even just go boner.
Okay.
And I really don't have a boner, y'all.
Prove it.
I mean, I guess I can, but
Let's see that flaccid D on KVJ TV.
let's see that pancake crotch.
Okay, you would go with Tengo una erección furiosa.
You're rolling. You
You're
guys
basically
are rolling.
saying I have a furious
Furious
erection.
erection.
Tengo una erección furiosa.
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 Okay, tengo una erección furiosa.
What else can we make Kevin say?
Say,
man. I'm close.
Again, I don't know that these translate exact. I'm just going.
Okay, how do you say, I just jizzed on my leg?
I'm close, Jay Bird. I'm about to come.
I swear I'm not drunk.
Yeah, I would
I
need to
swear
hang
I'm
out with some Spanish people because, yeah, if you're trying to say, like, I'm close, estoy cerca, but I don't know if that really has the same kind of, yeah, I'm close would be that way. And yeah, that's it. A lot of these aren't literal, so I can't dirty talk with Spanish people. If you want to say, like, raging bone piece, in Puerto Rico, tengo el bicho parao.
And if you said that, would people know what you're talking about?
Maybe in Puerto Rico, and this is the only thing that I am kind of getting as I'm learning a little bit of Spanish, is it does seem a lot of these expressions are very regional based on where you're from. So you say one thing in Puerto Rico, they would get it. But if you're in Colombia, somebody be like, what?
What?
I have
It's
no,
regions.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
no idea what you're talking about. So you can really lose somebody, I think, depending upon how you translate, because it's slang. And it's whatever people in that area.
Right. Like
you
if
know, have.
like if you never heard anybody ever say wicked pissa and then
Yeah.
somebody said it to you, you'd be like, what?
How do you say the bone piece one again, Kev?
The bone piece. Tengo una erección furiosa.
What if I said it the tango?
Oh, is that the furious erection? Is that the one you
Yeah,
wanted?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was that one. If you wanted to say, I just jizzed on my leg, me acabo de venir en la pierna.
And I think you would understand what you're like. All right, jizz that's a universal term.
Well, you know, even in Spanish, the thing that I have too sometimes that I'm learning is my mind still translates it literally from Spanish to English. And so the longer I go with it, I'm learning that doesn't translate exactly it. So when those words are used in that sequence, they're actually referring to this. So if I were hearing some of these, I'd be going, wait, what? That doesn't make sense. So that's one of the things my brain's still trying to convert over.
And I don't know, is jizz a term that only we've used here in the States? You know what I mean? Or does everyone know what jizz is?
Well, I mean,
Is that
they have the fluid, so I'm sure that they have all kinds of different slang for it. And, you know, they're probably like us, where depending upon the era, if you want to say jizz in the 80s in Mexico, it's probably different than if you're saying it today. Because, you know, the words probably just are always changing.
It's a pretty tough word.
Yeah,
It's a pretty vulgar word, jizz.
it is, yeah.
How do you say ejaculate?
Ejaculate's rough too, and that's sometimes the scientific words are just as bad, if not worse.
Yeah, so that's kind of it. So some of these words, yeah, would probably be different. In fact, you could probably say jizz to a lot of American English speakers, and they'd be like, what? What is that?
Kevin locked eyes with me right as he said jizz, and I'm not. It was
Weird,
nothing
it is
short.
weird.
It was nothing short of horrific.
Horrific.
Don't you ever.
I had gotten it.
You're right.
I hated it.
I turned the wrong direction on that. You're right. I'm just talking and moving my head, and that was a bad idea.
You're not allowed to look up and say jizz.
I felt like he was looking through my soul. Like, oh, right on jizz, Kevin.
Unless you're looking
Oh.
at Suits.
Sorry about that. Oh, well, let's not get him going. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody texted me that's Puerto Rican. They said use leche for
Milk.
Oh, that's
That's
I
milk.
hope not.
kind of made my stomach flip.
Oh. Yasik said, I think that we say ejaculo.
Ejaculo. That's not so bad.
Okay.
I'm a
Maybe it's chorizo leche.
Oh, that's gnarly.
La leche de chorizo. Wait, the milk of the sausage? Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is.
Oh, no. I hope that's not
Oh,
it.
Kevin, ejaculo. Yes, see, ejaculo.
Yeah. Wow. My Spanish vocabulary is expanding at crazy bounds today.
I was laughing because we finished this podcast and then we immediately go into a meeting with management.
Wow.
God, I hope they're not listening.
I mean, at this point, I think they know what they got, right?
Leche it up.
Milady sent in a message on the WRMF app and said, weirdly enough, Metallica, Korn, The Offspring, and Backstreet Boys taught me English, and probably not good English.
That's cool.
So it is kind of interesting because, yeah, I think that, you know, where you're learning your language really determines, is it hip hop? Is it music? Is it watching movies? Is it listening to this filthy show? Are you learning it through an app like Duolingo? So
You would rate our podcast at an R?
to X.
Today it's worse than an R.
TV mature, like mature?
Yeah, mature MA, mature audiences.
It's always an R, but fuck yeah. Well, there you go. That's why it's always an R.
You're the reason.
Whatever. You're starting to nip at my heels with the talk, the swear, and I like it, so Nikki. Keep
Yeah.
it up.
Sausage milk.
Yeah, I think she's the reason why we're talking about hot cooters. So. That's a good point.
Was it you or is it me that brought up hot cooters? I hope it was you.
Virginia.
Okay, good.
Well, it was on topic.
I got into it, though.
I bet you did.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody, Mandolin said, as a 10-year-old, I knew one sentence in Spanish. Tu mama tiene uno grande como puta.
What the fuck is a 10-year-old listening to this for?
No, as a 10-year-old.
She's not 10 now, asshole.
All right.
Yeah.
Why don't you listen to Kevin every once in a
Gotta
while?
listen to the words.
Escucho.
Escucha.
I was like, wow, this is 10-year-olds.
She's not 10 now.
Okay, motherfucker, I get it.
Kevin, as you were.
Thank you very much.
Whatever. You don't listen that good either. So let's not. What? Yeah.
Grant said, Bert's still whacking it on the way home.
Have you ever?
No, whack and snack.
I just can't wait to get out of here. I gotta just.
I mean, I only live 7 minutes from here. I mean, I really
You can
gotta
come twice.
I gotta really be overcome by something, right?
Overcome.
Overcome.
That's right. Okay. There you go. All right. Thank you very much for the education today. Very eye-opening.
Learned a lot.
Yeah, we did.
It was a lot to
It was
handle.
eye and leg opening.
Yeah.
Oh, we have to thank our liquor sponsor.
Hey,
Sorry.
hot puss.
I was thinking about sausage
Come
milk.
on here, hot twats.
We want to thank our vodka sponsor, Atoll Vodka. It is delicious. It's vodka with a crisp citrus finish. Atoll Vodka. You can buy it today at mashandgrape.com.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.